think that cycling is just one of those sports that's never been a women's sport, and maybe it's something that some women are a little bit scared of starting. The thing that really drew me into cycling was the social aspect of it. I started with a university team. We were just a good bunch of friends, and we travelled off to races together on a weekend, and I really loved that.
Found a job in college at a ski shop who happened to sell specialized bikes in the summer, and the winter before the spring season, bike selling season was going to start. I was like, wow, if I'm gonna sell any of this, I should probably figure out what it is that I'm talking about. And I had a bunch of guys who worked in the shop with me, and like typical bike shop guys, and they're like, yeah, Rachel will take you out on a mountain bike ride. And I'm like, cool, thinking gravel paths or like a fire road. And no, they took me down something insanely technical, and it was super frustrating, and no one was there waiting, and I had no idea where I was going. And at the same time, there was kind of this thrill and adventure that you don't get a lot of places, and you definitely don't get when you're not exposing yourself to something new.
When I first started riding, I never thought I would ever race a bike. I never thought I would ride in the streets of New York City. I never thought I would do a criterium. I was like, that looks just absolutely crazy talk. I will not forget, riding my bike in New York City at like 5:30 a.m. and being that girl who is at the stop sign and crashes. Although I was riding the other day and I didn't unclip in time either, and I fell over, so I hadn't quite mastered everything.
My brothers made me handle the bike quickly well, because they left me stranded somewhere if I didn't keep up with them, so I had to learn to descend, because otherwise I was going home alone.
My sister, Angela, who lives in California, was a huge help for me kind of starting bike riding. Actually, I remember my first flat tire, I'm on the West Side Highway, and I call her up, Ange, how do I change a flat tire?
I'm the youngest of three, so when my brothers swapped from soccer to cycling, I wanted to do it too. And I was 6 years old when I did my first bike race, and I haven't stopped since. So, I don't know, guess it's a pretty good job,
I got into cycling because a cycling coach saw me speed skating in -38 in Winnipeg and thought, if she's tough enough to do that, she'll probably be good on the bike. And I didn't even know it was a sport because I hadn't been exposed to it. So I think kind of creating that kind of community and welcoming environment in women's cycling, I think could be such a positive thing for people that want to get involved, and women that want to get on their bikes and see what it's like to whiz around, in the United States around some crazy criterium course or fast corners or, monster climbs. Like, what is that like? And not be intimidated by it.
Watch people out on the roads, and it is a bit scary. You're riding amongst the traffic, and you're riding in bunches, you're riding down hills really fast. You're on a little carbon machine with two thin wheels, and it's a bit scary.
It wasn't until I found a number of other women in my community who were kind of in the same place that I was. We started a mountain biking club in Bellingham, Washington, and once a week we'd go out and hit the trails and kind of find the sport together. And I guess that's really what got me into Specialized as well, that feeling that you can support people and bring people into the sport if you've got a community there in place to help them along, find the path and find the way.
And so that the job is to bring more women into it, and to make women feel like this is a sport that they can do. And then they realise that they're really great on a bike, and someone will encourage them then to start racing a bike.